What's up, everybody? Welcome to RetroGameCrunch. What do you do when you mix loud punk music, road trip snacks, and a wallet that just wasn't ready? A dangerous stop at a retro video game store. After surviving Warped Tour in Washington, D.C. this past summer, we made a detour to ROCKTOWN Games in Virginia. And let's just say, I did what every responsible adult would do: buy video games. I picked up some absolute bangers across 4 different generations of gaming, and a whole lot more. So let's check out the haul before my bank account realizes what's happened. So let's feature 4 of those games that I recently picked up and dive a little bit deeper into those specifically before we jump into the rest of the haul. And that first game is going to be Dennis the Menace for the SNES. And yes, this is based on the 1993 movie, so grab your slingshots and your neighborly rage. It's a side-scrolling platformer where you rescue your kidnapped friends and avoid Mr. Wilson's wrath. Basically my childhood simulator. The game has some surprisingly smooth animations for its time, but also some brutal jumps that will test your patience and your controller's life expectancy. This game was not released in Japan. Apparently Dennis's chaos was too much for the global market to handle. 10 out of 10 for nostalgic trauma. Would you accidentally destroy Mr. Wilson's flower bed again? Next, we're throwing it back to the NES era with Robo Warrior. It's like Bomberman had a gritty cyborg cousin who listens to synthwave and has no chill. Originally released in Japan as Bomber King and developed by Hudson Soft, yep, the Bomberman crew. You play as a Zed, a cyborg sent to stop an alien invasion using bombs, lasers, and a sheer robotic sass. It has day-night cycles and a hidden time limit, so if you're too slow, you'll get swarmed, because robots don't get coffee breaks, apparently. This game doesn't mess around. It's 8-bit chaos, and I love it. Also, Zed's fashion, immaculate. Jumping into the modern era, we move to Titanfall 2 for the Xbox One, aka the game that proved wall running and giant robots are a match made in FPS heaven. Developed by Respawn Entertainment, this game was tragically released between Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. EA really said, good luck. The single-player campaign is short, but absolutely legendary. B2-7274 is the wholesome robot buddy we all need. Still regarded as one of the most fluid shooters out there, parkour, grappling hooks, mech drops, it's like they gave your Call of Duty dreams Red Bull. Seriously, if you haven't played the campaign, do it. Then cry, then replay it again because B2 deserves it. And finally, The Outer Worlds for the PlayStation 4. It's like Fallout if it went to space, got corporate sponsorships, and had way more sarcasm. Developed by Obsidian, the same minds behind Fallout New Vegas, so expect great writing and moral ambiguity. You can befriend or betray just about everyone. Bonus points for making weird science weapons like the Shrink Ray. The game pokes fun at capitalism with mega corporations running everything. Even death gets monetized, so basically the future looks bright. If you're into witty dialogue, space colonies, and making your companions question their life choices, this game's for you. But wait, there's more. You didn't think that was everything. My wallet still had a crisp $5 bill in it. So let's discuss the rest of the pickups that I made at ROCKTOWN Games and some other places along the way. And that first game that I picked up from ROCKTOWN Games is going to be for the NES, and that's Kung Fu Heroes. After that, I decided to grab a classic PlayStation 1 game, and that game is going to be Jet Moto 2. I grabbed another PlayStation 1 game that I hadn't seen before, and it's not one that I normally see at my local video games shops, so I decided to go ahead and grab the Wild Thornberrys Animal Adventure. After that, I grabbed a PlayStation 2 game, and that game is Men in Black 2 Alien Escape. I then picked up an original Xbox game, and that game is going to be The Fairly Odd Parents Breaking the Rules. So after that, I picked up a couple of Nintendo 3DS games, and that first game is going to be Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate. I then picked up another classic game that I really loved for the PlayStation, but instead this one's for the Nintendo 3DS, and that's going to be Splinter Cell 3D. So after that, I found some sealed Xbox One games that I knew I needed to add to my collection. They weren't very expensive, and since they were sealed, I knew I had to pick them up when I saw them. And that first game is going to be Rare Replay for the Xbox One. And it covers 30 great hits from the Rare developer and has some really great titles like Banjo and Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Battletoads, and a whole lot more. After that, I picked up Tom Clancy's The Division 2. So while we were out doing some game hunting, I came across some magazines and a cheat code book that I didn't currently have in my collection. So when I saw these, they're ones that I normally don't see in my area. I knew I needed to grab them. The first is going to be a cheat code book called Cheat Code Explosions, which covers the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and the Wii. And it's actually a double book that also had handhelds in it, so it covers the PSP and the Nintendo 3DS. So let's move on to those magazines. And these magazines are actually Electronic Gaming Monthly magazines. And the first one I picked up features Grand Theft Auto 4. And the next one actually features Metal Gear Solid 4. So I was really happy to add these magazines to my collection because, like I said, I don't often see Electronic Gaming Monthly magazines in my area. And so when I saw these, I knew I needed to pick them up. And that's the haul from ROCKTOWN Games and some other stuff that we picked up along the road that I'm ready to add to the shelf. We showcased 4 different games and 4 more reasons why my shelves are full and my wallet's empty. Which one of these games would you play first? Or better yet, what's a great game that you recently picked up? Drop it in the comments. And hit that subscribe button for more retro chaos. Next episode, things I bought while pretending I wasn't covered in Warped Tour sweat. Until next time, happy gaming.